Your right ear is beeping? The spiritual meaning of ringing in the right ear. Someone is ringing your right ear. The superstition is old and persists that ringing in the ears or any other unexplained noise in your ear canal indicates that someone is talking over us. Such truisms may seem antiquated to us today, but there is often a grain of truth in them. Ringing in the ears is annoying, distracting, and can even rob us of sleep. If you can rule out medical causes or stress and high loads in everyday life as causes, then there's also a whole range of supernatural explanations for why it beeps constantly with you. We would like to present the most important spiritual meanings to you. Number 1. You are a highly sensitive person. Both the spiritual and scientific worlds agree on one thing. People are energy fields that are constantly exposed to vibrations and also generate and potentiate them. Energy, as we know, cannot be lost, so it has to manifest somewhere. For highly sensitive people, every day is a single tsunami of stimulus overload and audio-visual impressions that cannot be processed at all as quickly as they appear. All these streams of energy that people, soundscapes, images, impressions, and snippets of conversation emit must be able to dock somewhere in us. But very often, it's just too much, and the energy bounces off of us or flows through us. Whenever there is such an energetic surplus, our body has to compensate. Migraines, insomnia, diffuse pain or muscle twitching can be the consequences, and also a beeping in the right ear, which is like a warning signal that our system is being flooded. Number 2. Someone is talking about you. Apart from visual and acoustic stimulus overload, the second most common reason for ringing in the ears and other unpleasant noises is certainly the picking up of negative vibrations. As mentioned earlier, the opinion has persisted, not to say for generations, that beeping or buzzing in the ear is an indication that we're being talked about. The spiritual world also offers a rationale for this. Whenever a person thinks about us, this process inevitably arouses emotions. These can be friendly or less friendly, but they are carried outward in any case. Again, we are dealing with energetic waves that must find their way to us if we are the target and the object of these thoughts. Number 3. Someone is thinking about you. This point explains and results from the previous one. Thoughts are much more than just airless space filled with images. Every thought unleashes a whole range of emotions, whether we like it or not. So when someone thinks of us, and again, intention doesn't matter, this process inevitably triggers a wave of energy that is transmitted to us. The beeping in the right ear is just one possibility. Goosebumps and a chill, or the standing up of the fine hairs on the back of our necks are just as much a part of this as hiccups. In some particularly superstitious countries, such as China, for example, people often distinguish whether the messages being sent to us are good or bad, depending on whether the right or the left ear beeps. Number 4. Your guardian angel or spiritual guides want to get in touch with you. If you hear high, shrill tones on a very high vibrating frequency, then the spiritual world agrees that the senders of this message are also to be found at the very top. Our guardian angels, or even the divine and universal powers, would then like to get in touch with us. They literally call to mind in the highest tones and demand a little of our time and attention. Number 5. Low tone, bad energies. If the sound in your right ear is more like a low humming or hissing, then the meaning is completely different from a high-pitched beeping. These are probably symptoms of anxiety, emotional blockages, or stress. Number 6. Buzzing or hissing. A loved one is seeking contact. We must not rule out a friendship request from the realm of shadows in the case of inexplicable noises in the right ear. Possibly a former beloved deceased is seeking contact with us. She or he may warn us in this way, assure us of support from the afterlife, or simply demonstrate that death need not be the end, and that love never dies anyway. Number 7, ringing in the ears during a meditation. Your Kundalini energy awakens. It is not at all uncommon for people to suddenly experience disturbing noises in their ears during deep meditation. The experienced ones assume here a special phenomenon, namely the Kundalini awakening. This special power, which we may imagine like a coiled snake resting at our lowest chakra, can unfold with a whole series of physical accompanying symptoms. Number 8, what helps against annoying ringing in the ears? If relaxation exercises such as yoga or meditation fail, you can try energetic compensation. Put yourself in expert hands for this. Therapy with singing bowls is just as recommendable as the simple but effective use of tuning forks at the right frequency. The most promising are those with 432 Hz. They bring our energy back to the rhythm of our heartbeat. Moreover, this frequency is also considered to be that of the universe. If you prefer to ground and center yourself, a tuning fork with 136.10 Hz is ideal for you, as it resonates with the OM frequency. Both variations work like a reset button, but also healing stones and minerals like rock crystal, tourmaline, or shungite can help. They keep electromagnetic rays and electrosmog away from us, as well as negative energies. What does not want to feel must hear. Beeping in the right ear is always a sign of imbalance. If you can exclude physical causes and stress as well, then devote yourself increasingly and highly concentrated to your emotional and spiritual side. It seems to be out of balance. And since the seat of our sense of balance is located in the auditory canal, beeping on one side naturally makes double sense. Listen to your body. What it has to tell you is not always physically explainable, and sometimes it's not even of this world.